Hey guys, Chip here with a couple quick tips. We want you to have the best experience you can out here at Western Wings, and sometimes I see new shooters that come out and they shoot a bunch, have a great time, but then maybe their shoulder's just a little bit sore. So I want to explain a couple things if I can. To get the best out of your experience in your shotgunning sports, if you're new to the sport, you want to hold that shotgun pretty snug. Safe gun, guys. You want to hold that shotgun pretty snug into your arm, and you want it where it's comfortable back here. Now what happens a lot of times is this sport's so doggone much fun that you'll get busting some clays, and all of a sudden you'll be so excited that you'll forget. You'll have some sloppiness in your gun mount, and that gun might slip down to the edge of your arm when you take that shot. Well folks, all it takes is once to get bit, just a little bit, and then you're going to be sore for a little while. So the key thing to remember is go ahead and raise that gun up, get it where it's comfortable there in your shoulder, but where you can be snug. And what I mean by that is use your arm over here, this arm that you hold your gun with, to keep it snug. Then when you take the shot, you're into it. Another thing I see very common is for a first-time shooter to stand up to the stand. Maybe they haven't fired a gun very much, but what they see happen is they have an erect position, and they're standing back like this, and they're trying, with their cheek clear back here on the gun. And by heck, when they pull the trigger, well, that's gonna have some recoil. It's gonna knock them back a bit. There's something in this sport that we call getting into your gun. Now, what I mean by that is go ahead and have that gun snug, but get into your gun. Put some weight on that leading knee. Lean into it. Get into the shot. That way, when the recoil happens, your body's going to absorb that. Another way to simplify that a little bit is if I was happened to walk up to you and go to slug you in the shoulder. Well, if your shoulder's here and I hauled off and hit you, you're probably going to feel that. Well, if my fist is already on your shoulder and I go to hit you, it's not going to do too much damage, okay? Same theory with the gun. Get it snug into your shoulder. Now, another little tip I'll give you, just kind of a basic tip on this sport, is sporting clays. In this game, we have what we call a hold point and a break point. Now, I'll explain that. What I see a lot of guys doing for the first time, they'll come out and they'll see the thrower if they can. Our trap setter Aaron's pretty good at hiding things and making it a challenge, but I tell you what, if you can see that thrower, you know where it is. What I see people doing is looking clear back at that machine, and then they're watching it as it comes out the machine, and then they're chasing it with their gun. A lot of gun movement. Well, when that clay comes out of the machine, it's so bloody fast, and we do tend to crank the springs up once in a while, but it's so fast that really, guys, it's just a blur. So when you're able to watch a presentation, and on our stands, you're welcome to watch as many presentations as you like, to kind of get a game plan of where you're going to shoot that clay. But when that clay would come out, you can see in your mind, as you watch that clay, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to shoot it there. Okay, that would be your break point, where you're going to physically crush that clay, okay? Now, clear back here on the ground is the thrower, so somewhere in between that area, between the thrower and where you're going to break that clay, will be your hold point. Now what you would do, instead of starting your gun, again, safe gun, instead of starting your gun clear back down here at the machine, call and pull, and then trying to follow that clay and ride it to break it, rather, between the clay and your break point, you want the hold point. So then you can still look around with your head a little bit, or if you're pre-mounted, you can still kind of cock your eyes off to the side a little bit. But anyway, you get your break point, or your hold point. Then when you call for that clay, you can see it come out. Here's your hold point. That's where you would start your gun. Boom. Very minimal gun movement. To explain one more time, it's this compared to this. Pull. Bang. Okay? Just a couple quick tips there. Guys, I tell you what, we have a ball down here at Western Wings. I give some instruction myself, and I'm no champion by any means. But I tell you what, for the beginner or for the novice, I'm more than happy to instruct and teach you all kinds of things, get you hitting those clays, pretty consistently. We're very, very fortunate here to have, we kind of call him our club pro, but Donnie Tackett from Benchmark Garage Doors, he's kind of our club pro here that gives instruction. Now, for the person who wants to advance in this sport, to maybe go to competitions, to get really proficient and move up the ranks as far as sporting clay shooters go, I tell you what, Donnie Tackett's your man. Again, we just feel blessed to have him here giving instruction, and I've seen a lot of them, guys. Seriously, I've seen a lot of different instructors. Donnie Tackett's probably one of the best I know. So give us a call anytime. We can darn sure set you up with Donnie. I'm more than happy to give some instruction myself, but the big thing is, come on in. Just let us show you what we're all about.